Little mouse, make a peep.
Guten Morgen, Jungs.
Good morning, boys. I'm still in bed. I only have to walk for 3 to 4 hours today, so I thought I'd go out a little later and lie down again. I hope you're all well. I think I'll send the mouse out again. I say to the mouse, say hello. And then the little mouse runs up to you and says, hi guys, how are you? Day 19. Let's go to León. Good morning, dear pilgrims. Oh, chickens. Day number 19 begins on the Camino Francis, today from Mansilla de las Mulas to León. A short route mostly, I think, through an industrial area, but we'll see. I'm okay. I slept well. Very well, in fact. I was dreaming about spaghetti the whole time, probably because I had spaghetti for dinner yesterday. It was super tasty. But I haven't had breakfast yet. The nearest town is 6 kilometers away. I'll treat myself to a nice breakfast and a coffee con leche there. And apart from that, I'm not feeling quite well. But I think that will pass with time. At least I've shaved again, at least a little. Just a little to some extent. A rudimentary shave is a must. Ah, look how beautiful. The sun is shining. Let me get going then. See you later.
Bis später. Tschüss.
The next village is just around the corner. Look what I see there. That's good. I'm in. That's great. I'll soon be in León. Optimistic me. Now I've discovered this little store and I want to check it out right away. I saw free-range chickens outside and I'm sure they'll give you their eggs voluntarily. At least everything here is certified organic. I got a delicious sandwich with tomato, cheese, a homemade cake, and of course coffee con leche. Delicious. Very tasty. Yes. And the oven is on. It has to be, because it's cold. Today I'm really taking it a little easier. The route to León is really short, and I'm simply enjoying a few moments of downtime. The little cafe I just found was very cozy, and the food was of very good quality. And it was simply delicious. It only cost $3.20 in total. Absolutely recommended. If it was summer now, you could jump in here and I could go snorkeling, which is one of my greatest hobbies. Just kidding, it's an insider. But I think it's too cold now. It's freezing
So, was
cold.
mach ich jetzt?
Oh well, what do I do now? Think about it. I just sit down for a while and stare around. No cab, we keep walking.
Wir gehen so weiter. Hallo.
Hello, no. Echo, what's the name of the mayor of Wessel? Essel.
Wie heißt der Bürgermeister von Wesel?
No. Maya.
Meier. Nee. Muss aber
No,
Licht am
no,
Ende des
no. There
Tunnels
must be
sein.
light at the end of the
Ah,
tunnel.
da vorne.
Ah, over there.
Wunderbar.
Wonderful. Dad, there's a ball. I'm just before León. Desolate the route today, like so many in the last few days on the mental path. There's a method to the desert. One more coffee and then I should be there. The view is promising.
Vor mir liegt Leon. Ich hab's fast geschafft. Halbe Stunde noch.
I'm out alone all day today, but suddenly, as I'm walking along the highway, I'm approached by a lady from Taiwan who I already knew and asked if she could take a photo of me. I'm always up for a crazy pose in front of a more or less chaotic background. In León, I meander through the narrow streets and find the albergue. Someone comes up from the side and suddenly says to me, "Hey Sebastian, nice to see you." How does he know my name? I don't know the guy, but it turns out that he's the owner of the hotel where we're staying tonight. Mike's already here. Just go upstairs. It's amazing how well everything works together here. And the hotel is a hit. Link in the video description. Mike and I then go sightseeing. Afterwards we get hungry and look for a restaurant. And I have to tell you, no restaurant was open. We walked around the city for over an hour. There were only bars open that served drinks, but no food. That had to do with Today's celebration. In the end, we baked a horribly soggy frozen pizza from a supermarket in the hotel kitchen. Very bad. We met a Dutch woman and a Dutch man while we were eating. Super nice people. She was a pilgrim and he was a digital nomad who had been traveling from city to city for years to find a place to settle down. He hasn't found it yet, but he says he quite likes Spain. Who doesn't? This albergue is at the top of my list. And in case I haven't mentioned it yet, Mike always pre-books the beds. He uses the Wise Pilgrims app to do this. This isn't meant to be advertising. We don't get anything for it. It's just a recommendation. This app will serve us really well until the end of the trip. So we've arrived at the hostel with the best view so far. The accommodation is called Hostel Covent Garden. The owner knows everything. I can absolutely recommend this place. I'll take you into the city center now. Mike is busy making videos. Suddenly, he doesn't have to. I'm making the videos. We have an unspoken deal with each other. He takes photos. I make videos. And later, when we're at home, we send each other the footage we've taken.
And I hope so. I would like to get a stamp from there.
You don't need to. I take a lot of videos. I sent it to you.
Oh my goodness. This is León. And like between 6 p.m. 6:30, it's just packed. Look at all this. We're headed to the cathedral. Hopefully we can get in. And then to eat.
By the way, I still don't know what Semana Santa means. What the locals are planning here tonight, we have absolutely no idea, but that will change soon.
Let's go through the front door, see what happens. Maybe you have to buy a ticket, but I asked and...
Yeah, we just walk in and then we see.
Yeah. People like groups.
First, let's enjoy a walk through the cathedral, which, like the one in Burgos, is a real eye-opener.
Cathedral von León.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Germany.
How many days in León? One night?
One night, yeah.
And then, suddenly, the ceremonial procession started right on our doorstep. Of course, I had to take a closer look at everything and went down again. But first, I'll introduce you to our host.
Okay, das ist unser Host für heute Abend. His name is?
Juan. Hello, how are you?
Best place on the Camino.
No,
Best place so far.
the best guest.
The best guest.
Thank
in
you
León.
so much.
The best place in León.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. You're welcome. See you.
See you.
Bye-bye.
And now down onto the streets of León.
Okay, 4 times 0. Okay.
And there I first encountered a silent stream of hundreds of people dressed in black. They walked silently through the streets, and some of them looked at me with friendly eyes and shook my hand. Just like Juan did today when I reached the hostel. It was as if they knew me, as if they were happy to finally meet someone they knew. A long-awaited reunion between friends who had lost sight of each other for far too long. And all this in silence, completely silent. The train of people passed the spectators in silence, a black swarm of people, some of them very young. I will never forget this experience. It was completely silent, and every now and then someone would reach out to me and I would look into the eyes of someone I didn't know, and this person would look at me and there was a deep understanding for each other. It felt like a bond of friendship that was forged here and now. Rarely in my life have I felt so close to the course of events. I sensed that the Camino was changing. Today, a boundary was blurred. And then, much later, the music started.
Mira qué monos los tres de allí, han parado toda la fila.
Day number 19 on the Camino Frances is behind me. And I'll be honest with you, I've never found it so hard to say anything right now. It promised to be a relatively short route, maybe 11 miles from Mansilla to León. That's why I didn't set off until 8:30 a.m. and still didn't arrive at the Albergue until 1 p.m. or so. This was because I took a nice break, of course, at a really mysterious little place where I got a delicious homemade breakfast from a lovely lady called Helen, whom I would like to warmly recommend. For all those who are traveling this route, make a stop there on the way to León. You can't miss it, and the free-range chickens will see you're hungry and spontaneously lay an egg. For sure, you don't believe? Want to bet? They'll serve you a homemade sandwich with tomato and a delicious coffee. They are smart chickens. Yes, and now I'm here. Mike has once again made good choice by booking our hostel. We've managed to get a 4-bedroom again, where we only pay $20 per man. But we're alone in the room, and there are also 2 Dutch people there. There's really nothing going on the Camino yet. The best thing is that it's right in the center of León, a stone's throw from the cathedral, so we were able to explore the city very easily. I had to do a bit of shopping, but that's nothing compared to what we were able to experience here tonight, namely a procession at the start of Easter week. We visited the cathedral beforehand. It really is very beautiful. We also got 2 stamps. We are getting overconfident. In fact, we still haven't figured out whether you need 1 stamp or 2 stamps a day. We take every stamp we get. If it ends up being 2 stamps, my stamp book will fill up fast. Then I'll have to get a new one. I'll post the link to our hostel below. If you're here in the city and you're traveling with 2 or 3 people, take the chance to stay with Juan. It's inexpensive. Juan, the innkeeper, is a pilgrim himself. He has been on the Camino 10 times. And like many accommodation providers, he is a real character with a high recognition value. All the hosts we met here are real characters. Well, and then the procession came in the evening, and we watched some of it from the balcony, and I really had 0 expectations. Some people had said that it would be great, something I should see, and we happened to be right in the middle of it. As I said, Mike had a golden touch again. We were able to watch everything from the balcony. Figures were being carried around and people were marching behind them. The typical picture of a procession. And, as I said, I had the normal expectations. Nothing spectacular, but it was moving right from the start. Really, really moving. Everyone was covered in black, had these thick pointed hoods on, or just covered faces. This brass band was playing a lot of music, which really got to me when I went back down later in the evening, because the festivities had long since finished. They go on into the night. People walk through the streets for hours. The whole town is on its feet, watching. Seeing this really moved me deeply. This long, never-ending black stream of people. A crowd of silent, hundreds of people. And I was just standing there on the edge. And they walked slowly past me. Small children, old people, middle-aged people. And they just walked past you in silence. And not only that, they looked at you through the slits in their hoods. Some even deliberately sought eye contact with you. You could feel a smile, even if you couldn't see it. Some of them had pictures with them, of the Virgin Mary or of Jesus. But some also had pictures of their loved ones with them, their relatives, their friends. And sometimes one of these people would look at you, really as if they recognized you, and then they would shake your hand, and then they move on. And that happens twice, 3 times, 4 times. It happens again and again. And like I said, it just didn't end. And that left me so speechless, honestly. Every now and then this procession of people stopped when the porters wanted to relax a little. And at that moment, the crowd simply applauded into the silence. It was a really inward, celebratory mood that then blossomed. I've never seen anything like it. I'm completely gobsmacked by it. Today's video is a little difficult for me because I'm completely moved inside. It's another little mirror of my own Camino, because of course I also carry my family with me in the form of photos. Mostly here, and seeing that people here also carry their loved ones with them, brings me a little closer to my boys. That left me speechless. But sometimes you don't have to say anything. You can talk a lot, but you can also keep quiet sometimes. The whole thing goes on for a few hours here. With these impressions, I would like to take this opportunity to say goodbye to what is probably the longest video from León. Deeply moved, carried away, touched, and thought-provoking. The spiritual part of the journey is clearly putting out feelers. Tomorrow we're going 25 kilometers to San Martin, I think. Mike has already booked 2 days ahead, and you can absolutely trust him. He simply finds the best accommodations. I'm going to bed now. I don't know if I can sleep. I have to process all these impressions from today. So many people have walked past you. Hundreds looked at you, shook your hand. Yes, I want to have something like that at home too. And if it's not at home, then I'll just have to move here to Spain. That's how it will work. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. See you on the Way of St. James. Tomorrow is already day 20. Wow. Here's a little addendum. There's one story I haven't told yet. Suddenly, in the middle of the crowd, while I'm following the procession, I see someone I've met from time to time and with whom I have spoken little, never for very long. And we suddenly see each other, yes, and beam at each other and greet each other, beaming with joy and happy to see each other again. And that was another small magical moment here on the Camino.
Das war ein weiterer kleiner magischer Moment. Hier auf dem Camino.
If you want to see more of the Semana Santa, take a look at the video description. I have linked the entire procession there so that this video is not too long, at least the part that I recorded, which was quite a lot. In the link in the video description below this video, you will find all the footage I took, uncommented and uncut. If you're wondering what these funny clothes are and want to find out more, I've linked to a Wikipedia article in the description text. Thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow. Take care.